Hello and welcome to Mann's Model Moments. This is an unboxing video of Car Wars 6th edition by Steve Jackson Games. This just arrived. It's been quite a while, so let's get to unboxing. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here, so I'm going, and this is pretty heavy, so I'm going to put this down on the floor, put everything onto the table. So the first thing is this big box, which is the Car Wars Double Ace set, which contains the core game, miniature set 1 and 3, row tiles, drop weapons set, creep pack, armory pack, link weapons pack, and a dice bag. So that's one thing. We've also got the Car Wars 6th edition Uncle Owl's upgrade pack. Some more dice. The miniature set 4 and miniature set 2. So being that this contains 1 and 3, have all cars through 1 through 4, sets 1 through 4 there. The 6th edition vehicle guide, which talks about all of these vehicles. The mysterious envelope, which I've yet to open. And we also have these playmats. So I've got playmat 1, playmat 2, and playmat 3. So these are these neoprene type playmats. So that's a lot of stuff. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an unboxing of the main core game, and then I'll do a separate unboxing of all of these. So that's what I'm going to go and do. That is the dice bag by lots of things. Linked weapons and armory pack. That is just the space filler. Miniature set 1. Miniature set 3. The dropped weapons pack. And crew pack. Then finally, out the core game, and the road tiles, which I may not use because I got the various packs. So, given the core set, this is the main game, and then all of the extras, I'll probably include all of the extras in the second video, and just go over the unboxing of the core game here. So, really nice box. I like the way that it's reinforced underneath the outer coloured sleeve. If you can see, it's actually reinforced with these sort of hard tape to just keep the box together, which is quite a nice little touch. Okay, inside we have the rules box. Actually get these out. miniatures box A. And miniatures box B. So I appreciate this is now turning into a bit of a Matryoshka doll kind of unboxing with different layers. So what I think I'm going to do now is reposition the camera to its usual place and give you a proper look at the contents of this box and then the additional boxes in the second video. So here we have the core rule box for Car Wars 6th edition. Which contains 6th edition rules, contains these platforms for the different cars. So you have crew area, your dashboard, different weapons, brakes, dampers. The 4 cars there. No, 4 cars, 8 cars, 12 cars, 12 cars dashboards, set of dice, a set of tokens, and a set of cards. So let's just take a look at each of these in turn. So the rules, it's like a matte, semi-matte finish, full colour rule book, and just soft back. Talking about the car miniatures, the front hang arcs, the dashboard, some of the basics here, how you set things up. Talking about moves, building your cars, crew points, car construction. One of the things I always liked about Car Wars, it was so malleable, infinitely replayable because you could design your own cars. So as part of designing your car, and then there's actually driving your car and fighting. Starting positions for different players, maneuvers, out of control, collisions, all the stuff you would expect from a game of fighting armoured cars together, pushing heavy obstacles, walls, attacking. So everything is laid out with lots of visual aids, which is always good. Different types of damage, elimination, and game. And then always nice on the back, quick reference, just to go through if you just want to get a quick and dirty game. Allows you to do that. I think that's always a good thing in a rule book. Quite light. These dashboards, don't like the fact that they're folded. That's not so great, especially folded along here. I prefer it if this was wholly on one side, and preferably in one quadrant. But I think this is just an example. I could be corrected there. But these are just the pre-built cars. This is Slipstream. The crew. Super Flash. So we'll have to see a more detailed look and play of this game, how these come into play. And but I'm not a fan of the folded format. of these, but they are, you know, it's fairly lightweight card. The card, glossy, full colour print, obviously. So I think I would have preferred to have seen, you know, the dashboard. I think is probably one of the most important pieces in the game because all these are just cards. So like a plastic or heavy card, sort of double layer format, like Mann would do, for instance, I think would have been a good idea. Don't know if that's included anywhere else in the game. I think it is. Not 100% sure on that, so we'll see. Dice are custom. But they're also coloured, and the icons are nice and big. I don't particularly know what they mean. But they look pretty good. So it's pretty easy to just pick out different ones. They seem to be the same dice, and all but there are different icons on them. This one has this little, which looks like a repair icon, these little spanners. This one does not. This has 3 stars and 3 shields. Okay, so they are different. There's 4 repairs, a star. So obviously different probabilities you can generate from all of these. Yeah. So interesting that we got that as a mechanic. Don't quite know what that means at the moment. What's damage deck? And some hazards brush. So I won't take those out yet. Actually, I'm doing unboxing, of course I will. So damage cards, big cars, small cars. One, two, three. Okay, not sure what those are, but I've seen counting of some sort. And these, I think, are all terrain effects. Gravel, clay, mud, brush all have effect on your car. Interesting. These have tokens. These are nice, big, thick, heavy card on these. It's a destroyed car. Here we have maneuver templates. Checkered flag. And a whole bunch of other control icons. Lots of icons. These are nice, quite firm card. Pre-punched, full colour. Those are nice. Nice that they're all pre-punched. Pre-punched is just nicer. But again, quite what all of these mean, I don't know, but good production quality for those. Miniature box A. Well, what did I predict? Here is the dashboard. And it's exactly as I would have liked in 2-step thick card. That's nice. And looking at those counters, I think some of those counters actually go on this. So that's really nice to see. We've got a couple of templates here. I do know These templates give you your firing arcs and just make it absolutely consistent. So these miniatures go on your, and they are unidirectional. There's only one direction they go in, but that makes your firing arcs consistent no matter the design of your car, because otherwise I can imagine there might be arguments about what is and is in an arc is and isn't in an arc for these two different cars. So these templates just give you that consistency. Obviously, generally a two-player game. So you can play up to 4, I believe. So this is how you determine direction and arcs, skids and everything from the template. So it's always the same. So I think it's a good idea, a nice feature. Here we have, okay, so these are your tokens. For some of these pieces. The speed. There. Power. This one. Same here. Now these. So this is your armour and your different faces of your car. So if you've got all-round armour 4, it would look like this. Start, speed 0. So that's nice. I like that. Again, what I really would have loved is plastic versions of these with all of these sort of captured, captive by the actual template piece itself, so you don't lose them. That would have been a nice option, nice upgrade. But I'm pretty happy with that. Big set of cards. Looks like I might have a set per player. Look. Yeah, we have a yellow and a red. Or orange, what we call that. Let's just look at the red ones. So that's good. Got a couple of sequence of play cards, which is always nice. We've got various pieces here. So this is basically your equipment, how you build your cars. So not quite as flexible as the original, because the original you could basically design everything, but I think this is a good compromise. Makes it a little bit simpler. It makes it a lower barrier to entry, which means more likely to actually get people playing. So that's good. Minis. So these are in a sort of vinyl, I guess, although it's a little bit more rigid because you don't have bendy guns, which is good. Multi-piece but pre-assembled, which is nice. They do feels hard, but not. I don't know if it is vinyl actually. I'm quite sure what that material is. That's so slightly feels like vinyl. Interesting. But they look pretty crisp. The detail on them. Detail on the tyres. Hopefully that's in focus for you. I like this system where there's no argument about which way round it is. You can't accidentally get your car on backwards. That's good. Six millis. Here we've got good variation. On each of these, the sorts of car you want to represent. Obviously there are pre-build kind of options, but that doesn't mean that you have to go with those. So if you want a car with a rear-mounted rocket launcher and a couple of machine guns, but you want to build differently from the pre-built one, this can easily represent your car. No issues. Something a bit more grungy. Something a bit bigger. Flamethrowers. Nice. The very first time I played Car Wars, I made my car, rocket launcher. I think I even started first or second. Accelerated, did a 90-degree turn, lost control, car tumbled, hit a wall, exploded, all of my rockets exploded, and I died within seconds. There's rocket B. So, same idea. I'm not going to open all of these pieces, but we will look at the minis. So we've got some really nice variation, I think, on the kinds of cars we have. And this is like a truck with good God knows what on there. Like a coupe, sports car kind of thing. Various rockets. So Car Wars, that almost looks like a Ghostbusters converted thing. You can have rearward firing as well, so this one looks to be a rear firing something, flamethrower or machine gun or something. Scale of Car Wars used to be about this size, less than that size, 2 dice, maybe 1/300th or so scale. They've obviously gone to a larger scale here. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know, I don't really have a preference, I think. But the minis are pretty nice, actually. Be interesting to get some of these painted. More things to paint. So that is the core box. The core box gives you a hell of a lot of stuff. You're getting 12 cars, 4 template dashboards to enable you to play 4 players, good variety of vehicles.
So what are my first impressions of Car Wars 6th edition from the initial unboxing? Well, obviously I did my usual with Kickstarter and went whole ham, so there's a huge amount of stuff to get through, but if strict my view just to the base game, then I have to say it's pretty favourable. You get a really good variety of cars, you get dashboards, cards and accessories for 4 players, and the production quality overall is pretty high. There's clearly been some thought as to things like box design, with those strengthening tabs that I liked, and the cars all have VAC-cast sections to hold them. The tokens are on good thick cardstock, and pre-punched is a small bonus on that too. Having said all that, there are a few areas that I can be a bit more critical on, and these I'll return to when I come to the other pieces in the Double Aces box and beyond. The first of these is box control. I don't feel this is a game that's aimed at more general board game players as a first entry point to this type of game, but more to dedicated fans and players of games like X-Wing, which is the closest game I can think of in terms of its structure, components, play area, and so on. The thing I kept coming back to when looking at all the expansion pieces, and even some of the base game components if I'm honest, was, where am I going to store all of these things to keep them nice? With my last Kickstarter game being Foundations of Rome, which has one of the best box control designs I've ever seen, this left me with a bit of a messy feeling. The other point is inherent in the flexibility of the game, which has taken the zombicide approach of using fairly small cards, and I completely get that, and I think it's a smart way to handle it, but it seems like it might get a bit fiddly, and again, where do all these cards go? Still, the overall impression the game leaves is positive, and I'm keen to get some cars painted and have Oscar over for some gasoline-fueled mayhem in the future. That's all for this instalment of Mann's Model Moments. Please like, subscribe and share this video if you enjoyed it. It's the best way of helping me to grow the channel and produce more content like it. With that, I hope you have plenty of modelling moments of your own, and I look forward to welcoming you on the next video.